Ghosts. One need not be a chamber to be haunted. One need not be a house. The brain has corridors surpassing material place, far safer of a midnight meeting external ghost than an interior confronting that whiter host. Far safer through an abbey gallop, the stones a chase, than moonless one's own self encounter in the lonesome place. Ourself behind ourself concealed should startle most. Assassin hid in our apartment be horror's least. The prudent carries a revolver, he bolts the door, o'erlooking a superior spectre more near. What inn is this where for the night peculiar traveller comes? Who is the landlord? Where the maids? Behold, what curious rooms! No ruddy fires on the hearth, no brimming tankards flow. Necromancer, landlord, who are these below? Till the end. I should not dare to leave my friend, because if he should die while I was gone, and I, too late, should reach the heart that wanted me, if I should disappoint the eyes that hunted so to see, and could not bear to shut until they noticed me, if I should stab the patient faith so sure I'd come, it listening went to sleep, telling my tardy name, my heart would wish it broke before, since breaking then, were useless as next morning's sun where midnight frosts had lain. The Chariot. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labour and my leisure too for his civility. We passed the school where children played, their lessons scarcely done. We passed the fields of gazing grain. We passed the setting sun. We paused before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the commons but a mound. Since then 'tis centuries, but each feels shorter than the day I first surmised the horses' heads were towards eternity. Death is a dialogue between the spirit and the dust. Dissolve, says death. The spirit, sir, I have another trust. Death doubts it, argues from the ground. The spirit turns away, just laying off for evidence an overcoat of clay. At length. Her final summer was it, and yet we guessed it not. If tenderer industriousness pervaded her, we thought a further force of life developed from within, when death lit all the shortness up and made the hurry plain. We wondered at our blindness when nothing was to see but her Carrara guidepost at our stupidity. When, duller than our dullness, the busy darling lay, so busy was she finishing, so leisurely were we. Numen Lumen. I live with him, I see his face. I go no more away, for visitor or sundown. Death's single privacy, the only one forestalling mine, and by that right that he presents a claim invisible, no wedlock granted me. I live with him, I hear his voice. I stand alive today to witness the certainty of immortality. Taught me by time, the lower way, conviction every day, the life like this is endless, be judgment what it may. I meant to find her when I came. Death had the same design, but the success was his, it seems, and the discomfit mine. I meant to tell her how I longed for just this single time, but death told her so the first, and she had hearkened him. To wander now is my abode, To rest would be a privilege of hurricane to memory and me. If I may have it when it's dead, I will contented be. If just so soon as breath is out, it shall belong to me. Until they lock it in the grave, 'tis bliss I cannot weigh. For though they lock thee in the grave, myself can hold the key. Think of it, lover, I and thee, permitted face to face to be. After a life, a death, we'll say, for death was that, and this is thee. There's been a death in the opposite house as lately as today. I know it by the numb look such houses have alway. The neighbors rustle in and out, the doctor drives away. A window opens like a pod, abrupt, mechanically. Somebody flings a mattress out, the children hurry by. They wonder if it died on that. I used to when a boy. The minister goes stiffly in, as if the house were his, and he owned all the mourners now, and little boys besides. And then the milliner, and the man of the apparelling trade, to take the measure of the house. There'll be that dark parade of tassels and of coaches soon. It's easy as a sign. The institution of the news is just a country town. After great pain, a formal feeling comes. The nerves sit ceremonious like tombs. The stiff heart questions, was it he that bore, and yesterday or centuries before? The feet, mechanical, go round a wooden way of ground or air or aught, regardless grown, a quartz contentment, like a stone. This is the hour of lead, remembered if outlived, as freezing persons recollect the snow. First chill, then stupor, then the letting go.